أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه حق قدره ومقداره العظيم. We begin this exercise by attesting to the faith there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. All praises, salutations, venerations, exaltations are all His, our cherisher, nourisher, and the sustainer of the whole universe, whom out of His infinite mercy and compassion prolonged our lives to witness this day and this blessed time. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the blessings and the best of this ephemeral world and the hereafter. Amen. Last week, we our lesson was about the magnificence and the merits, as well as the level and the profound position of this glorious path of Tariqat Tijaniya, and also the benefits and the graciousness of the litanies of Tariqat Tijaniya. Our lesson last week was about the obligatory litanies of Tariqat Tijaniya. Sheikh Ibrahim Anyas explained to us into details, or highlighted to us the importance of the litanies of Tariqat Tijaniya, and we understood it. Inshallah, today Sheikh Ibrahim Anyas is going to take us through some of the litanies of Tariqat Tijaniya which aren't obligatory. These litanies are voluntary litanies that one is encouraged to be doing when he has time. So without wasting much time, I'm going to continue from where Maulana Al-Hajj Ibrahim Anyas radiallahu anhu is saying. Allah Allah ya ibadallahi, Allah Allah ya ibadallahi. حزب التضرع صلاة الفاتح، كذلك اللهم عليك فاتح. الله 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 يا عباد الله، الله الله يا عباد الله. وغير ذي مما حوى الرجال، رجال ذي الطريق إن أنالوا. الله 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 يا عباد الله، الله الله يا عباد الله. لكن سرهم بجد قد ينال، لا بالهوينا ومداراة الرجال. الله 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 يا عباد الله، الله الله يا عباد الله. بل بالتزام ما أتوا لزوما، وباتباع قولهم ملزوما. الله 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 يا عباد الله، الله الله يا عباد الله. مولانا وقدوتنا وممدنا إلى الحق وإلى طريق مستقيم الحاج إبراهيم النياس رضي الله عنه ورضاه عن النبي آمين says حزب التضرع, because last week he said ولازم في الأمر, so ولازم أذكار ولازم الأذكار هذا الورد, so the same ولازم حزب التضرع. نعم. واو العطف. ولازم حزب التضرع صلاة الفاتح. ولنا لحاج إبراهيم النصر رضي الله عنه said, you should adhere to a supplication called حزب التضرع. حزب التضرع is a supplication of Sayyid Ahmad Tijani radiallahu anhu. It is called حزب التضرع والابتهال وقرء باب الكريم المتعال. That's the full name of the dua or the supplication. This supplication is a profound supplication of Sayyid Ahmad Tijani, whereby Sayyid Ahmad Tijani at Abu Samgun here in Algeria, Wilayat Bayyat. Sayyid Ahmad Tijani sat with Sayyid Muhammad al-Nazifi, the writer of Jawahirul Ma'ani, and other disciples of Sayyid Ahmad Tijani at Abu Samgun, and then he gave them the izn, the permission of reciting this dua, that they should be reciting it often. They should be reciting it day by day. This dua starts with أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم, and then one Salat al-Fatih. After that, you say the dua. It's a very long dua. Allahumma ya Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. إلهي وسيدي ومولاي هذا مقام المعترف بكثرة ذنوبه وعصيانه وسوء فعله وعدم مراعاة أدبه. حالي لا يخفى عليك وهذا ذلي ظاهر بين يديك ولا, and so on. The dua is very long. ولا عذر لي لديك, and so on. The dua is a lengthy dua. You start with أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم, see one Salat al-Fatih, and then you recite this dua. You should search for it and then be reciting it. After you finish reciting the dua, you complete with Salat al-Fatih. That's why Sheikh Ibrahim said Hizb al-Tadarru Salat al-Fatih, because it starts after Ta'awuz, Basmala. It starts with Salat al-Fatih and ends with Salat al-Fatih. Yes. This dua, Sayyid Ahmad Tijani said, the prescribed time for saying this dua is the last night. In the midnight, it is divided into three categories: the first one, the second one, and the last one. The last one is the best time for this dua, whereby Sidi Ahmad Tijani radiallahu anhu said, it's a time whereby no dua is rejected. It's sa'atul istijaba. And if you are not able to recite this dua at that time, you can recite it at the rest of the prescribed or the mentioned or well-known times of istijaba. That's after Salat al Fajr, after Salat al Asr on Fridays, and so on, and ma bayna al adhan wal iqama, and so on. The time between adhan and then iqama, and so on. You have to If you are not able to say it at the last time of the night, you should be able to say it at the uh, hours of accepting supplications, as we all know. So this Salah Hizb Tadarru in a nutshell. And also you can explain it, you can say Hizb Tadarru and then Salat al-Fatih, because Salat al-Fatih is also a great supplication on its own. Scholars of Tariqa said the soul of Tariqa Tijaniya is in Salat al-Fatih. Salat al-Fatih is a great salat of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam after reciting or after reciting Hizb Tadarru in your leisure times. You should also make you should also have time for reciting more of Salat al-Fatih, more of Salat al-Fatih, because Salat al-Fatih, as Sayyid Ahmad al-Tijani radiallahu anhu said, لو اجتمع أهل السماوات السبع والأرضين السبع على أن يصفوا ثواب المرة الواحدة من صلاة الفاتح ما قدروه. If the people of the heavens, seven heavens and the seven earth should gather to describe the reward of reciting one Salat al-Fatih, they will not be able to quantify it. One may ask, why should Sida Ahmad Tijani say that? Say what he has said, and then uh, what is the dalil of saying that? What is the proof of saying that? You know, Rasulullah said in the hadith, "Man salla alayya salatan wahidatan sallallahu alayhi biha ashara." Whoever says one salat for me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will see 10 salats for him. So let's take one salat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who can quantify the salawat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on his servants? It is not quantifiable. Yes. So it's enough for us to understand the saying of Sayyid Ahmad Tijani radiallahu anhu wardahu an nabi amin. كذاك اللهم عليك فاتح. And also there is another wird, there is another litany of the tariqah, that's the voluntarily litanies of the tariqah, called Allahumma alayka mu'awwili. Those who have done Azkaru Tarbiyah know what I'm talking about. Allahumma alayka mu'awwili wa bika malazi wa ilayka iltijai wa alayka tawakkuli wa bika thikati wa ala hawlika wa quwwatika itimadi, and so on. And so on. Those who have done Azkaru Tarbiyah know this dua very well. It's also a dua which is very, very important for a murid to be saying it, if not uh, many times in his day. At least he should be able to say it once a day. It is very, very important. it it strengthens the bond of trust between a servant, or between a murid and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This dua entails nothing by total submissiveness and also total trust uh, to the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you say this dua most often, you will have relief in your heart, and then what goes on in this world and what goes on in your life of tribulations and hardship, you will not feel it, because you have a strong trust on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you have a strong belief on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for that matter, it will not take your mind or carry your conscience away. You are always, your conscience and your trust and your entirety is always with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when you say this dua uh, often. Allahumma alayka mu'awwil. So these are some of the voluntary voluntarily supplications or litanies that uh, it is encouraged for a murid to be saying them when he to be saying them from time to time, aside the obligatory ones, the one he has promised to be saying them till he passes away. uh, Maulana Al-Hajj Ibrahim Anyes continued saying, وغير ذي مما حوى الرجال, and the rest of the supplications or litanies in the possession of the man. Which man? رجال ذي الطريق إن أنالوا, the men, meaning the great saints of this glorious part of Tariqat Tijaniya, in Analu, if they give permission. If they give you a permission, if a murid or muqaddam of Tariqat Tijaniya has a wird or a litany, and then out of his pleasure for you or out of the love he has for you, he gives you the reason to be reciting that word or that litany. Hold it, stick to it, supplicate with it with full confidence. Yes, that's when they give you izn. If izn is not granted, then it means you are not qualified to supplicate with them. Yes, and then you don't have to pile a lot of wird on you, a lot of azkar on you. You have to stick to specific litanies. When you stick to specific litanies and you do it well, that's our topic today is about the voluntary litanies, not the obligatory ones. If you stick to it, inshallah, the anwar and the fiyudat of that litanies or that word will come to you sooner or later. But moving from one word to another, today you are on Hayyul Qayyum, tomorrow after a short period of time you've not seen any outcome, and then you have moved to another Ismullah. After 5 days, 7 days, you've not seen any outcome, you have moved to another Ism. You will spend all your life invoking Asma without seeing any benefits. The secret, okay, Shaykh Ibrahim Anyas will mention to us the secret of saying the voluntary litanies. He said, "Lakinna sirrahum bijiddin kad yunal." Their secrets, those men of Tariqah, you see with graciousness, you see with blessings surrounding them, surrounding whatever they do, light in all whatever they do. They didn't get that on a silver platter. Bijiddin kadiyunal. They got that with with hard work, with perseverance. Yes, they didn't get it on a silver platter as you think it is possible for you to get it. You have to work for it.
You have to serve that ism. It's not 3 days work. It's not 1 week work. It's not 1 month work. It should take a long period of time before you start seeing its outcome. And when the outcome starts coming, you will rejoice and give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But when you don't stick to it, when you don't persevere on a specific word, as I said earlier, you will spend all your life moving from one word to another. So the secret lies in perseverance of supplicating with that particular uh, word. Yes, so take it from Sheikh Ibrahim, and yes, the secret lies in the perseverance, not moving from one word to another. And also, لا بالهوينة ومداراة الرجال. The secret as well, they didn't get it just with slow tactics. They will say it today, and tomorrow they will not say it. If they say it continuously for 1 week, the next week they are not going to say it. With that, you are not going to reach anywhere. With that, you are not going to see any positive outcome. ومداراة الرجال. They also didn't get it just by the virtue of sitting around pious uh, servants of Allah, or sitting with uh, saints of this tariqah. No, they sat with them, they served them, and also they persevered on the litanies given to them by those sheikhs. They didn't just live with them. A lot of us are living with shuyukh. They've given us awrat, but it is of no avail. Why? Because we don't have time of perseverance. We don't have time of sitting on our bottles to spend an hour or two to seek for what we want. We want things to come on a silver platter. For that matter, we are always with them, and we haven't achieved anything. Why? Because we don't say it. We see them around, we sit with them, we serve them, we prepare attire for them to drink. When they enter their room, they don't enter their room to sleep. They enter their room to supplicate with the litanies they've given to you, the litanies that you don't see to be anything. Wallahi al-azim, most of the shuyukhs, that's what they say in their room. And they are okay. They have been saying it for years. That is the reality that most of us don't know. They have been saying it for years, some for decades. And that has been the soul of their livelihood. But we don't know. We don't know. Because we don't know, our struggle becomes severe and severe. So let us know from today that the secret lies in the perseverance of whatever word they've given us. This is number one translation or one explanation. The other explanation is that they got what they've gotten with hard work in all spheres of Sharia and in all spheres of Tariqah, uh, beginning with the obligatory litanies and then the voluntary litanies. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that they got that level, they got that position by adhering to the teachings of Sharia. When Azan is called, they are the first to be seen in the masjid. When uh, it's time for Ramadan, they are the first to be seen preparing for Ramadan. When they are wealthy, they are first to give their zakat. When they are wealthy again, they are the ones who have been going to Mecca, and they are the ones who have been going for Umrah, and so on. And when it comes to La ilaha illallah, they are the gurus of knowing the seed of La ilaha illallah. I mean, when it comes to Ma'rifah, they know Ma'rifah. In their relationship with people, in their yes, in their relationship with people, they have good relationship with people. They have good relationship with God. They have good relationship with their family. They have good relationship with their neighbors. They have good relationship with their students, and so on. And then when you come to Tariqa, they have good relationship with Zawiya. When it's time for Wazifa, they are always around. The morning litanies, they say it before going out, leaving the masjid, or they make sure they say it before going out from their houses, and so on. So in all spheres of activities that elevates the position of a murid, you will see them. They are the forefront. They are the forefront of those activities. So if you also want to attain that level, then it is very, very crucial for you to make it a point, and for you to put it at the back of your head, to instill perseverance in everything, starting from the Sharia, your salawats, your khamsu salawat, in congregation, and the rest. And in tariqah, you must be found in the zawiya all the time, unless on a tangible uh, reason or a critical condition. With that alone, wallahi, it suffices. You are good to go with that alone, as our prominent scholars told us. Yes. So let's stick to it and make sure we we adhere to it, inshallah. And Maulana Al-Hajj Ibrahim when said, "Bal bil tizami ma atawluzuma." Yes, these people that you see with the lights all around them, with the blessings all around them, with progression, and then yes, with progression all around them. Bal bil tizami ma atawluzuma is with total uh, how do you call it, submission, and adhering to the litanies they have. Ma atawluzuma. Uh, 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 is because of the, how do you call it, uh, the the adherence, the constant practice, or the constant supplication they are making, that has taken them to that level. Yes, it's because of that, nothing more, nothing else. Ma atawluzuma, bal biltizami ma atawluzuma, wa bittiba'i qawlihim malzuma. And also is by the virtue of following the sayings of their predecessors, the sayings of their teachers that got them to that position, that elevated them to to that position. Malzuma, always, always, when they are guided to do something, they obey, they comply, they don't uh, 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 they don't say anything, they don't argue, they don't bring their thoughts on table for it to be compared with that of their teachers and shuyukhs. They lived with them like a dead body before his washer. So all that has amounted and resulted in their elevation of the position you small murid see them today. So if you want to attain such a position, that is the way to follow. That is the channel to follow for you to also reach that position. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the ability and capacity of complying with what Maulana Al-Hajj Ibrahim Anyas has said, especially in this in these lines we have uh, talked about today. I will stop here. Whatever I've said right is a favor from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the hard work of my teachers. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them and increase their knowledge. And whatever I've said wrong is my mistakes, is my shortcomings, is my lack of revision. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us all and grant us beneficial knowledge. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.